So, discovered how the front end works. I showed you the assembly, so that's it. I'll put back together. Now, this is a magnetic drive, so this part here, it just pops out like so, and have a little look in. You see the contactors, that's for the, I believe it's for the switch, but I'll find out when I open it up and have a better look. Now, you see these grooves? I'm unsure if they need to go back in a specific way, because there's the only one side, and I believe it might be to orientate it into the correct position, but I'm not too sure. Also, because I've previously taken this out, also when I take it out, oh, where are we? This way, I believe that goes on there. But putting it back in, because this case here is also magnetic, so it's like it's magnets obviously surrounding the two magnets surrounding the copper to bridge the gap for the charge and provide the drive needed. So I believe I need to take this out, and if you look here, there is, see here, oh yeah, there we go, three screws to take out. Take them out, and then we'll have a look. We'll see how this works. So, it was really quite easy. These three come out. You pull this out, and actually it all comes out in one. But I think you have to pay special attention to what way it comes out and goes back in. Obviously, it really can only go one way. You've got these wee clips on the side here. That fit into the side of these grooves. So we need to make sure that this magnet and this magnet is orientated the correct way. And then if we can look down there, you can just pull that out. Of course, remember what way it goes in, including front and back. I don't know if that matters, but you know, best being safe than sorry. And then down here, the contactors, which I believe will be part of this trigger, and we'll get to that in a minute. Other screws down here, take out, just a wee quick pointer. So, after all that, you take this wee screw out, and actually, it lets you in to the trigger part of the housing. So, swap this out. It's going to be really, really easy if you've got one that's not worn, and you know it might just need a clean. So, best try to get it clean first, and see if put it back together, see if it works. Do the easy things first, process elimination. Right, so when you pull this out, you disconnect the contacts, because all this stuff in here is just It's kind of hardware, so it doesn't it's not perishable. It's like, well, it'll last forever, this stuff. This is a perishable part. So you disconnect these contactors, or if you can, I'll do that later. The point is, the whole assembly comes out in one. That actually makes it much easier to service, and then much easier to replace. Update. Actually, previously I said disconnect it from here. That's not where you're supposed to get. So follow the black cable up, and it's just a case of putting. I use a Stanley knife, but you could use a straight electrical screwdriver. And it's, if you're familiar with these clips, you just put a bit of pressure on and it will come out. This one's much harder, the red one. But you get the gist. So that's it. I've cleaned it up as best I can. I'm not going to bother taking this off because if this is broke, there's no point taking it off. So see if it, a bit of luck, it'll go back together. But if no, I've figured out how to take them apart, serve some swap bits, and I hope it helps you out. I'll put it back together, and fingers crossed. Little update, putting it back together. So, reassembled the magnet, the magnet casing, and the housing that locates this. There's a wee groove in the bottom of the magnet that goes to the bottom. But anyway, if you look down there, there's a brush. These brushes are spring loaded, so in order to get this back in, that will stop it. That protrusion will stop this going all the way back in. So you actually have to put it in, and at the back here, this is one of the brushes that was on here. I was taking it off. It just gets screwed back on. But anyway, and then it gets connected up to the trigger. But so anyway, you have to do that. You'll see it touching the bottom one, and then just push the bottom one in a little bit, so that it goes back against the spring, and then that will let us fit it all the way back into the correct position. And we'll see how we get on there. Another update. I don't know if you can see, it's quite hard to tricky to get back in it. So you have to undo these screws there, push the carbon conductor down with your screwdriver. When it's down, grab it on the other side with another screwdriver to keep the pressure on the spring, so you can push this all the way back into the housing. It kind of wants to go back in there because of the magnet drives it that way. It's quite impressive actually. Then once it's pushed all the way back, push that back in. I'll redo those screws there, and that will be the bottom one fixed back into position. Do the same with the top, and then I can put it all back together again. Moment of truth. It's supposed to make that noise. Anyway. Leveled up. There's no battery. Yeah, by the way, you always get left with a wee comfy bit. Where the fuck did that come from? I think that's the wee bit was supposed to be in the end, but you know, I think it's only a spacer, so fuck it.